that only reflects egos, where niggas don't like Negroes and Negroes don't like coloreds and coloreds don't like blacks because blacks get blocked because of their skin color. I am living in hours where time is ours, but we can't see that time is ours because we're blinded to our time. Refusing to be on time because we're on colored people's time. But if colored people or black people who never arrive on certain time, then I know a lot of black people who operate on colored people's time and still don't know that now it's colored people's time. Because most of the time we're in prison serving time for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I'm just observing time. Watching my hands on the clock, tick tock, to point back at me with rap because I'm caught in my skin, shaking my existence to dance with the wind while my shadow sits and sings. By the rivers of Babylon, bathing in our blood, where we sat down, bathing in our blood, and there we wept when we remembered we were Africans, bathing in our blood, washing our thoughts in our hearts, and now we're feeling bloody, thinking bloody. There's too much blood around me, too much death. Unable to think, my ink is bleeding. The riddle of the thing says, why are you still sleeping? The wind is speaking in braille, whispering twisters to twist herself out of shape, to twist herself out of hate. But this date was written in blood. This date was written by love, and love doesn't love them, so why should you love them? Don't trust them. You're your worst enemy and you're your best friend. So take your side and defend your pride and know that you survived. Know that you survived the trips on the slave ship, the master-slave relationship. Know that you survived. Know that you survived the whips and the lipless faces because your face is the face of God. So rob not yourself. Stop trying to look like someone else, hoping you'll disappear into the years of time, into the shadows of the wind, into the guilt of their sin where spirits sit and sing. Strange, this feeling I'm feeling. But my blood, I will always believe it. And though you may think my blood is in vain, you will never understand until you feel my pain. Pain! I am pain in blood! Bleeding blood! Screaming, save me! Save me! But no one hears my plea. No one sees my tears. I share the pain of black mothers. Will I share the fate of my black brothers? Etched out in white chalk, covered by white cloth, killed by white men in black skin. How can I win in the fight against myself? I am living in a mirror that only reflects egos, where niggas don't like Negroes and Negroes don't like coloreds and coloreds don't like blacks because blacks get blocked because of our skin color.
Chocolate bar.
Hear me? Yeah. called love. I feel like I'm above the sky's ceiling. But if love is just a feeling, then what I'm feeling is real hard because I thank God for the woman that I am. Because she fits me like a glove made for my soul. And when I hold her in my mind, she makes me chime like I'm a bell because she rings my hormones well and every cell inside me wants her. I want to plant her in my heart where she can grow up on my thoughts because I thought to have her feeling. But she said love was just a feeling and sex is all that men believe in. So I said, is it a sin that I begin my mornings with thinking of you? And feeling for you while dreaming of you and sticking myself to the grip of your glue? Baby, could it be true that I've fallen for you before my time? And is it a crime that you've stolen my mind? And my mind wants your thoughts and my vein wants your heart's pulsated vibration and rhythmic sensation to enhance my glance and make myself dance to the beat of one chance. And forever with you. For I would do what God did and send her Cupid with two of my ribs to show her I'm true and multiply her by two. For in the view of my skies, for in the view of my eyes, she's like the blue of my skies. For I've seen her in dreams where I've been for a sip, where she's been for a sip of the words on my lips. So I flavored her lips with a deep chocolate kiss that made her lips flicker from the nuts in my Snickers bars. And I saw stars when she grabbed on my Mars. I've got scars as proof. I tell you the truth, just ask baby Ruth, and I bet she will say it was like Milky Way, so it went on for years like the Three Musketeers. So we sat down on chairs where she moaned on my lap while I crunched her Kit Kat. And when it got hot, she screamed and she cursed me. So I showed her some mercy and held back my tongue from licking her Hershey until she coerced me with tricks to batter her mix with two chocolate twigs. So I flipped her and tripped her and dipped to her hips to speak to her lips, but her lips were still running from the rush of her coming, and oh, she was stunning. She had my mind humming to the drum in her chest, and I must confess, I wanted to win her and get right up in her, but she made me linger to fight like a ninja using kung fu. Then she looked in my view and said, what would you do if I gave it to you? I said, whatever. How long would you do if I wanted you to? I said, forever. For to have her pleasure would be more than any treasure in the earth or the sea. Or if I could spend one moment with you, eternity. Well, she got wet from the passion, so I wrapped her in towels and entered her alphabets with 5 of my vowels. She scowled and she howled until all she could do was scream, A, E, I, O, U. This is one I'm gonna do for the black sisters. So I wrote this poem years ago. It's called Back to Back. And I just want you to just read the Bible. She goes back on her back. He goes back on his words. Backs out of his commitment to back her up. She gives him back his ring and takes back her vows. Things are going backwards now. She's in the backyard of his background, pulling back tears till she's back where she started. At the back door for back room with her back so from the back rooms and a back shot, she fights back till she's right back on her back. Trying to pay back her school loans, back rent, back taxes while he looks back at his reflection, looking back at him, going back and forth. Back to nothing, back to crime, back to court, back to prison, back to living, back in projects, back to dying, back in caskets, only to come back again. Reincarnated, back in Spain with back pains from being backstabbed by backbiters, backsliders, and backbreakers who break his back to make him pay them back at payday or it's payback. So he's backstage holding back rage, reading the back page of back to Eden, fighting back his demons, doing back his life, when back his wife, begging her to take him back on all fours until she asked him what she want me to take you back for. He says to give you back more than I took when I walked out the back door of your home. I'm here to take back the past. She says, don't make me laugh. You're only back because I'm back on my feet and you're back on your ass. These thoughts in her backdraft, she says I'm not that, so if you never get that chance to break my heart again, I won't go back to your games, back to you calling me names, back to your backhands when I back talk, nigga, back off, you be slapped back if I'm backstabbed, there won't be setbacks so you can get back with me. He gets back to begging, gets back to his knees. She looks back in disbelief and says, why don't you take back the disease and the weeks you left me when you turned your back on me without turning back to see if I got back on my feet? He gets back to his feet saying, I'm not back here for playing. I'm back here from praying. I understand what you're saying. I turned my back on me, so I turned my back on you. I'm not back so I can just get back on you. You're my backbone, so I came back home to make the facts known, baby. I'm not back because I'm crazy. I'm back because you made me, and maybe this apology can take back the agony I brought to your heart. All I want is a chance. You don't have to take me back, but I need you back in my life as my friend or my wife. I'm not back to bring you hurt or back to make things worse. I'm back to make things work. So even though you hate me and it hurts, baby, for what it's worth, I will always love you back because you carried me in your womb and then you carried me on your back. And black woman, for that, I will always have your back.